Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a what sold, and this is over the Memorial Day weekend, all the sales I had. I'm very grateful for them and I'm thankful. Sometimes holiday weekends can be slow for me. Let me know if that's a problem for you as well. I know it's a vast world with so many buyers, but I swear every time there's a holiday, Mother's Day, 4th of July, it doesn't matter. My sales always slow down and then pick up later on in the week. I did take some lower offers this week, but I realized that I put my sale on a 50% off sale, or I put my store on a 50% off sale, which brought some of those items to about $12, and they were like 24 probably. So then I took offers of even less. I do put my prices a little bit high because I do usually run some sort of sale throughout every week, whether it's 30%, 40%. I've been doing 50% now for a while. So here we go. Okay, so I have my beautiful cat right here in the background. I don't know if you can see him, but he's gorgeous. He's my little guy. His name's Tucker, and he is my little love. He's kind of curled up in a ball, so you can't really see him right now. But the first thing that sold is this Nines by Hatch maternity jumpsuit. And it was really cute. Long sleeve and everything. I thought it would probably take till the fall to sell, but it did sell. And it sold for $14 on Poshmark. This was a liquidation pickup. And these retail for quite a bit at Target. I think the retail price was, I think, around, let's see if I have it here. No, it was around like $40. So that was a good deal. I think it was $40. Can I see it? Maybe 29, maybe 30. But that was a good pickup and a good sale, I think. Next is this Loft red zip up jacket. It had pockets and it was, a denim type. I don't know if you would describe that as a moto jacket. Very, versatile. You could wear that with pretty much anything. And that sold for $12 on Poshmark. Next is this Loft swim cover. It was like a peachy pink. It had drawstring on the waist. Perfect for a casual swim day. You know, not much to say about it. It did have a little bit of like a fringe tasseling down here, which added to the effect, but very minimal, minimalist. And that sold for, I took an offer for 9 on Poshmark for that this weekend because I figured swimwear, now's the time to sell it. If I wait on swimwear and I don't take the offers, then it sits for another year. And I don't want to do that because I believe I listed this probably sometime this winter with hopes that it would sell in the spring and summer. So you want to get your swimwear up, you want to get it out. So even if it's an offer that you might have priced it a little higher, I think I had this at around 13, 14. You're still making money if you only pay $1 per item. So, take the money and run. Don't be so held up on wanting exactly the amount you thought you would get for it. Even if you make $4, $5, that's still money in your pocket. Next is this casual corner skirt. It was 100% wool. It was classic. I don't know if it was vintage. I don't even know if casual corner is still around. Somebody let me know if you know that. One thing also I do now with all of my listings is I make a quick video. So in my photo booth, I will photograph the item and then I just do what's called a zoom around. That's what I call it. And I just go around the front and then I turn it to the side and I take the side and back and then I do my side picture, my back picture, and it's just like a workflow thing that I have going on. I find that doing this really helps the buyer figure out if they like it, they can see it, they can kind of see it move, they can see it up close. And it's easy to, well, I can't say it's the easiest thing to do, but when you want, if you use a cross lister, I use List Perfectly, and my code can be found down below if you wanted to sign up for that. It's an easy subscription-based service that helps you put your listings onto other platforms. And with these, you cannot cross post a video with List Perfectly. So what I do is I save, if you just right click and you save the MP4, it just saves the video if you click on this listing. And I save that, and then it's in there. So once it cross posts to eBay, when I'm in the listing process, I just click on add, photo or video, and I just add it right in there. And it does work pretty easily. So I get to have videos on Poshmark and eBay for all of my listings. And I think, well, sometimes with a flat lay, I won't take a video. If it's like a men's shirt flat lay. Some of my older listings do not have videos either, because I just started doing that probably, I would say in maybe about 4 months ago. So next is this Atlanta Braves tank top, just with a small A here. And that was an older listing. I have different sizes in it. I have, I believe, large, I have medium. This was my last small. I took an offer on it for $10. And I'm happy with that. Next is these Calvin Klein swim trunks. I have had these for a very, very, very long time. These have been, I paid up for these too, which is crazy because I would never do this now. I've probably had these about 4 or 5 years, and I paid $2.99 for them at Goodwill, and they've taken this long to sell. So I don't recommend, I mean, if you find Calvin Klein swimwear, I would only pay maybe 50 cents or $1 for it. But maybe it was because I didn't relist it, refresh it. Who knows, These sold for $8 on Mercari. So Mercari had a few sales this week, which sometimes Mercari is hit or miss. And I also had another Mercari sale, this Grace and Threads baby girl outfit. It's cute. It's a little bit boho. The best is yet to come. And it was a 2-piece set. And it was cute. It was so adorable. And I don't know, I have 4 more of these in stock. I have boys ones too that are a little bit different, but same type of outfit, but it's blue and it says something else. Those have sold rather quickly. So these, I don't know why they're taking longer to sell. And those sold for $5.12. And I got that through liquidation. Next, we'll go to eBay, which I had the most sales on eBay this weekend. They won the contest. So we're happy about that. They usually do. I have this Lucky Brand tank top that was kind of boho print style. I used to call this a batik print, but I was told by a buyer once that I shouldn't use the word batik unless it actually is crafted with batik, whatever they do with that. They do some sort of beading, special weaving. But I still disagree with that person because I believe that there is such a thing as batik, which is the actual, I don't know if it's an Indian thing. I'm not sure which culture that is. I know that there's batik. You could say something is batik, which means it better be woven and created that way. But there's also batik print. And that was my point. This is a batik print. So I just didn't want to get yelled at by any more people. I don't know if you guys have had that happen where buyers will, email you, or not email, but whatever, through eBay, send you a message saying, you did this wrong and I don't like the way you did this. And they're not even buying your item, but they just have this constructive criticism. And that's just enough to drive me crazy, but that's okay. Next is these A New Day pants. basic straight leg. They were liquidation, Target, A New Day. And those sold for 13. Um, and the tank top sold for $9.77. So not bad. I'll take it any day of the week. Next is this Tommy Hilfiger t-shirt with just a graphic on the front. And that sold for $12. Great find, easy find, just a basic t-shirt and out the door for $12. Next is this loft blouse in baby blue with the ruffle. I took an offer for $8. I feel like, with my 50% off, it brought it down to $12.50. So that's not a big change, $8 to $12.50. But when I went to pack it up last night, I saw that it was brand new with tags. So I think that's a little low for something that's brand new, but I was busy at Sam's Club, and my prior video has my Sam's Club haul. I was at Sam's Club and I wasn't paying attention, and I thought it was just a used item. So I accepted the offer, and that's okay. $8 out the door made my profit, room for new goodies to save. This is Stony Clover Lane. It's a bralette. These run very small, and this was a size small. And they're just a palm tree print, and that sold for $9.50. And that was a liquidation purchase for $1 as well. Next is this American Eagle sweater, kind of like a ragged type boho slash worn in sweater, but it's meant to be that way. I priced it, well, let's see, it sold for $9. I had it at 11, took the $9 offer. I feel like the lace might have been a little stretched up here, but that added to the boho effect. So I just took the 9 and called it a day, because also it's very off season to sell a sweater right now. So I'll take it. And of course, something on point that I figured would sell quickly, even though I've had it up since I put it up in September, knowing that it probably wouldn't sell till now. It is this Peanuts 4th of July Party Crew kids t-shirt, and that sold for $5.94. I took an offer as well. This was liquidation for $1. Lately, I haven't been doing a lot of kids stuff on liquidation because it doesn't sell for much, and it's listing time, packing time, all of the things, photo time, for very, very, very little profit. But it's still fun to list. I enjoy listing kids stuff. You just don't make as much on it. Next is this altered state blouse, very boho. This went for $8.50. Again, I'm not sure if this one had tags. Maybe, nope, it did not. For some reason, I thought it might have been new. This was in my death pile, and as you can see, it was kind of rumpled here, and I did not even bother to iron it. So I felt like instead of putting the work in and doing that, I'll just take what I can get for it. Now I'm very meticulous about, if I'm storing items to list for later, I fold them nicely and, don't throw them just in a pile. But that sold for, again, $8.50, and I'm happy with that. Next is this Michael Kors blouse. This did sell for $15, my full asking price. Very beautiful blouse. It has the, I don't know what you would call that, cutout type sleeve with that hardware detail. And Michael Kors, I find, sells for more than you think it will. So whenever, and it's the Michael by Michael Kors. So that usually sells for my full asking price, and more of the substantial pieces like the bigger sweaters and things like that can go anywhere from $20 to $30. So I always pick up that brand when I can find it. I also sold this Liz Claiborne blazer. Again, this taught me a lesson about picking up things that you may think might not sell. And the reason that is because the size on this was an 18 tall. And when I think of tall merchandise or petite or short or anything like that, my mind says, don't pick that up. It'll take a long time to sell. Actually, that's the opposite that I've found. I've done this little experiment all year and I've picked up anything petite, anything short, anything tall. And I found that that stuff sells the quickest because I imagine people that are tall or they're short or things like this, they're looking for these pieces and they're probably hard to find in the regular store. So my suggestion is to do the opposite, to always pick up these sizes that are hard to come by. And that did sell for my full asking price of $35. Next is this is my last sale. And this is the Under Armour, just your basic leggings, has some mesh at the bottom in a size small. And those also sold for my full asking price of $10.50. Any athleisure sporty wear, I tend to always pick up if it's in great condition because people are always looking for that. I work out a lot, and when I'm at Goodwill, I'm always finding new leggings for myself or tank tops to run in because that stuff can be pricey, when you go to even the outlet stores. If you go to the Under Armour outlet, I find that they're almost just the same as the store. So those are great pickups as well. So that's it for the Memorial Day listings, Memorial Day what sold. And things are going out the door today too. It's Monday morning and it's a little bit of a crazy day because my daughter has half a day today. She has half a day all the rest of the week. She graduates tomorrow. They do a little graduation ceremony for 6th grade because she's going into the middle school next year. So things will be quite busy. I have basically half a day of work instead of my full day. So I'm trying to cram everything in. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. It boosts me in the algorithm. And I appreciate you guys. And I look forward to sharing more videos with you as well about all things shopping and reselling. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.